Welcome back to Mommy Talk Show. I'm Joyce Brewer. You've met the moms that we have here for our panel. Now we're going to talk about a hot topic, baby number 2. When to have it? How do you answer those questions when folks ask you if you're going to have another baby? Well, this week, Maran, Banta, and I already had a little bit of a phone conversation about this, and you mentioned how your daughter, Allie, is an only child.
Yes.
Why is that, and how did you answer questions when people asked you about baby number 2?
First, when people would ask me the question, I would just look totally shocked that they had enough nerve to ask. And my decision to have one child wasn't a real decision until Allie was maybe 7. And up until then, I can tell you though that first year when Allie was a year old, I was terrified of conceiving. It was scarier than when I was very young. I mean, it was just the idea of having 2 that close together just fritzed me out completely. And so it just kind of happened. So that when she was 7, we made an absolute decision that she was going to be an only child.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Karen and I were both pregnant at the same time with our first babies. So, Makala's 13 months. Are people asking you about baby number 2?
Of course they are, but you know I love my husband's response. So this baby is a surprise. So we're gonna let the next one be a surprise. I think that I guess we're blessed that he was a surprise because we didn't have that much time to plan for this baby. And I think if we did know the traditional 9 months, I don't think we would have been successful of, welcoming him in and having him acclimated to our household and new life. And I've shared this story with Joyce, how our baby we didn't know we were pregnant until we were 5 months. So
Oh my gosh.
we said that, okay, if that one was a surprise and we did well with that one, let the next one come as a surprise and we'll be just fine. But I don't think I could have babies back to back. I think that's just so challenging.
Also, she wasn't showing at 5 months. That's the other thing. When Karen and I when we first met each other, she was 5 months pregnant and she was wearing like regular non-maternity clothes, not anything. And I really wanted to strangle her, but she was a really nice person and she was pregnant, so I couldn't strangle her.
Are you like a yogi master or something?
Oh my gosh, it was just so funny. I mean, even trying to tell people that I was pregnant, they were like, "No, you're not," until I gave birth and they said, "Wow, you really were pregnant."
Yeah, it was annoying. But it's fine. It's fine. So with you, Diane, are people asking you about making your son a big brother?
Definitely. It started probably when he was 6 months old, and I feel like he needs all of my attention, and it takes a lot of practice to become the mom that you want to be, and I do want to have another baby, but probably not in the near future. And even though I'm in my early 30s, I'm thinking I'm really okay with the idea of adopting a 5-year-old 5 years from now.
Oh, okay.
If it happens, it happens. So, because at 5 months, I was, people were already asking me about when my due date was, because I was big. And he was a month early, and I didn't know how I was going to make it to 9 months because I was just so ready to have the baby. So I was so glad he was a month early. And what if I do get pregnant, and I'm actually pregnant for the full 40 weeks, and feeling that way now. I'm not looking forward to being pregnant again, but I do want another child, if that makes sense.
Well, my husband is kind of in control of whether we have baby number 2, and my husband's also behind the camera. I should acknowledge that. And I think he says 1 and done. That's what I tell people. And I think it is rude for them to ask because it's a very personal decision. But I think, kind of different than Karen. I mean, hers was a surprise. We were surprised because AJ is kind of like our honeymoon baby. We got engaged in April, married in May, and by July I was pregnant. So we're kind of like, just getting married, just having the new baby, being in a new city. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So that's all of our takes on baby number 2. We're going to come back and talk about balancing work and life. I'm Joyce Brewer, and you're watching Mommy Talk Show.